One thing I love about this recipe is how easy it is to make. It is a very beautiful donut recipe, yummy, and anyone can make it. Let's get started. Add in some warm water into a bowl, add in half a tablespoon of sugar, mix it into the warm water, then go on now to add in your yeast. Once you add in your yeast, you're going to cover and allow your yeast to rest for 5 to 10 minutes. This is the brand of yeast I'm using. I'm just going to add in two sachets, then I'm going to cover and allow my yeast to rest. This stage is very important if you're using your active dry yeast because it will help you know if your yeast is active or not, or if it is not active, you now decide to discard. So this is what will come up at the top of your liquid. If that does not foam up, or if you don't see that foam-like stuff at the top of your liquid, you know your yeast is inactive, so please discard. Add in your flour into your bowl, add in your sugar and your nutmeg for flavor. Nutmeg is actually optional, so you can decide to skip it. Add in your salt, mix it thoroughly into your dry ingredients. Then for our wet ingredients, I'm just mixing in egg and warm water. You can decide to mix egg and milk, but I'm not really comfortable adding milk into my donuts. You can decide to use milk. If you're using milk, just use powdered milk or do not use evaporated milk, please, or condensed milk. If not, your donut will come out being a bit dense. To be on the safe side, I just go for warm water. Mix your dough in your stand mixer. After mixing it for like 3 to 5 minutes, I'm going to take my dough off my hook. Then I'm going to go on now to add in soft butter. If you do not have a stand mixer, after mixing in all your ingredients together, just go on to add in your butter and knead your butter into your dough. Once your butter is fully incorporated in your dough, that is okay. You don't need to knead for long. That should take you about 3 to 5 minutes and set your dough aside to proof. But I'm using my stand mixer for this recipe to make it easier and to make it faster. So I can see my butter is fully incorporated in my dough. So I'm just going to cover and allow this to proof in a warm environment for 45 minutes to 1 hour, depending on where you are. If you know where you are is really cold, please heat up your oven for 5 minutes, turn it off. Make sure you turn it off, please. Place your dough inside. This will hasten the proofing time of your dough and it will create that warm environment that will help activate your yeast better and help your yeast to work better, giving you that fluffy dough rise that you've always wanted. Now I am preparing my pan. So this is my kitchen baking paper. I just folded it into mini portions. Then I'm going to go on now to cut it on both sides, then cut out the remaining aspects of the paper or the remaining parts of the paper just to get the small bits or sizes of paper that I can use to line my trays with so that I can place my dough in there and allow my dough to proof properly. And when I'm frying, it will just make it easy for my dough to slide out of the paper without getting stuck to these papers or your tray. I'm going to go further now to dust this paper with a little bit of flour. When you're rolling your dough and you're placing your donut in there, it just makes it easy for it to slide out when you are ready to fry. So take note of that. This is how you prepare your trays. After proofing, my dough has proofed, it has doubled in size. We're just going to go on now to the main aspects of this video. So if this is your first time of stopping by Debbie's Kitchen, you're so welcome. And if you've been here before, good to have you here once again. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to Debbie's Kitchen. And if you have watched to this point, I want you to type in the comment section, say yummy donut recipe. Yes, type yummy donut recipe. It is yummy. Yes, it is so appealing. We are dividing our dough into many portions at this point. I am an advocate of please weigh your dough. You don't want your donut to come out with varied sizes. So we are going for 100 grams. I advise a range of between 80 to 100 grams. If you want small size donuts, go for 80 grams. But for me, I'm going for the odogu size. So I am going for 100 grams. These doughs you can see here that I've divided into mini portions. They all weigh 100 grams. Roll your dough on a surface. We are going to have different layers of spiral donuts. The longer your dough, the more layers you're going to get. So I want mine to have a bit more layers. So I'm going to roll mine to be a bit long. Just brush your dough with normal temperature water. What this does is that it helps seals in the layers of the donut, helping it to stay put and it won't loosen up while frying. This is very important because just rolling your donut like that without anything to seal while proofing or while frying, they can start loosening up, not giving you that perfect spiral donut you've always wanted. So I'm going to place my donut on my trays that have been prepared, and this is how they all look. I'll allow them again to proof for about 15 to 30 minutes. Now, 15 minutes into proofing time, start heating up your oil so that by 30 minutes or 25 minutes, your oil is ready for you to fry. That's where you have not overproofed your donut. If you overproof your donut, it will come out tasting like beer, it will come out tasting bland, and it may even start falling apart while frying. So 15 minutes to proofing time, start heating up your oil. If where you are is a bit cold, heat up your oven, turn it on for 5 minutes and place your donut in there. It will proof faster. That way, once it is 10 minutes into proofing time, since you have created a warm environment, your dough will proof faster. Start heating up your oil so that you will not overproof your donuts. Once you're fried, on both sides, take it out of the oil, set in a sieve or salver to strain excess oil, and this is the yumminess you're going to get at the end of the day. Have you liked this video? Have you thumbed up this video? Do thumbs up, do like and share, subscribe, hit on the notification bell to be the first to be notified of Debbie's Kitchen yummy recipes coming your way weekly. Look at the fluffiness, look at the yumminess. It is so good, guys. And if you are saying, I do not have a stand mixer, what should I do? I'm going to show you a video at the end screen. Click on this video to show you how to make your donut even if you do not have a mixer. See you in my next one. God bless you.